Well, today started out warm, and then the sun kind of went in and it started to rain. And it was really tempting to say, oh, another rainy day. But what I instead decided to do was flip it around and look at the good things that rain does in our lives, because it's all about perspective and how we look at things that enter into our space. Hey everyone, Dr. Jones here with another one of your weekly video messages, and you guessed it, this week I want to touch a little bit on perspective. You see, oftentimes something happens that is less than ideal or even bad, and we say, how bad, or that stinks, or this is ruined, instead of possibly taking a step back and looking at it from a different perspective. Because oftentimes when things go wrong in our lives, when something less than ideal happens, it could be a good way for us to see where we need to shore up some weaknesses, where we need to maybe get a little better at what we're doing. And other times, there's just nothing we can really do about it. So it's important to not let that derail us from the other good things in our lives. I mean, I speak about gratitude a lot and success and how it's long-term, small steps, things like that, but that's difficult to focus on when an all too not good thing happens. But turning our perspective around can make all the difference in our hour, day, month, year, life. Because once we build that habit, it's pretty tough for something to take us down for a long-term basis. Take the rain, for instance, right? It rains. We don't like it when it rains necessarily, because then we can't go outside. We can't do our things. The clouds block out the sun. We don't get that bright, sunny, good temperature day that we're looking for. However, if we look at it as rain clears away snow. If you don't like snow, now the snow's gone. Maybe you do like snow. That's all right. Rain brings up flowers, feeds the plants that we need, so that later when we're looking at things and saying, oh, how beautiful is that? Or that's good looking. That's because of the rain. Rain makes rainbows. And what's better than to look at a rainbow? And now I know you're sitting there saying, yeah, but okay, so that's good with rain, Chris. What about the other things? What about if I slip and fall? What about if I fail a class? What about if I make a mistake? Well, if we look at it from a different perspective, right? If you fall, if you get hurt, well, now you know you need to protect yourself better. If you fail a class, well, you have to recalibrate what you're doing and how you're doing it to make sure that you learn and do what you need to learn and do. If you make a mistake, and this is my favorite one, if you pay attention, that mistake, well, it leads us on a path to being better, to where we wouldn't have been able to be without that mistake in the first place. You see, if we were 100% all the time, if we knew all the answers, we would never be able to get better. And nobody really wants that, because no matter how good you think you are or how good you are right now where you are, just think about being that little bit better. And that wouldn't happen without the perspective of mistakes are our friends. Well, that's all I got for this week. I hope you found value in it. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. You have yourself a great week, and remember, because I mean it, every week, be purposeful, act with integrity, and you continue to build your character. Have a great one.